Do you remember when AI images first came out?
What's AI?
Come on.
Of course, but I mean, it seems like it's only been like a year.
Well, it's been 2 years.
Okay, so it's not that. I mean, super fast.
But if you ever look at my profile image on Instagram, that's AI.
Is it really?
Yeah, I left it up there just because it was like I have like 2 noses and 3 ears. And,
You never look better, to be honest.
looks so good. Looks so good.
But yeah, when AI images first came out, they didn't know how to do fingers.
Yes.
Definitely couldn't do letters.
Oh.
You'd say like an AI image where it says "Go Team" and it was like
They still have trouble with that.
They do.
Yes. So I found this image on X the other day. Here, take a look. It's Will Smith. The image on the left is him eating spaghetti.
Right.
Okay.
2 years ago?
2 years ago on AI. Now look at it.
That's AI on the other side as well?
Yes. So explain it to everybody. What do you see?
Well, on the left, it's comically bad. He is taking in food like a vacuum cleaner.
Oh, yes,
and
he is.
the movement of his mouth is so choppy. It's like you're trying to watch over-the-air TV, but you don't have a good signal.
And on right, he actually looks pretty good.
Perfection on the right.
Yes.
Scary perfection on the right.
It is scary perfection. So they are getting better.
In just 2 years.
It is. You know, how do you follow Will Smith in a snowstorm?
Just follow the Fresh Prince.
Oh, you stole my line. I worked on that for like hours.
You worked on it? You mean Google searched it? Because I've seen that joke a million times.
I haven't.
Oh.
I mean, that was the first time.
Do you
I
want to
saw
do
it.
another take where I let you get off the punchline and then I laugh hysterically?
No, because you hurt my heart.
All right, I'm sorry.
It's like, I don't know how I'll ever be able to continue.
You'll maintain.
I know, because after all, it's Kim Commando today, and I am Kim Commando. And in case you're wondering, this is not the big Kim Commando show. Okay, the Kim Commando show is on over 400 and, I don't know, 25 stations right now from coast to coast. And it is a 3-hour fun-filled event where I really talk about news, I answer caller questions. So this is a different take on technology. So if you're looking for the show, you want to go to commando.com/stations. And that's where we have our patent pending station finder. It's built on artificial intelligence.
Is it?
You type in your zip code.
You've had it up there for like 20 years.
And
you were ahead of the game.
I was. You know, we have a brand new affiliate in New York City.
New York City? I've heard of that city.
Yeah, we've been on WABC for forever, seems like a long time.
And
then
switching?
before that, we were on WCBS. Starting this weekend is that we're on WOR.
Oh, okay.
I know, super excited.
That's a good move.
So if you are in the New York metro area, even if you're not, you can listen to the show on WOR now. On Sundays. We love that. We love that. All right, so this is where you, Andrew Babinski, it's your job to like bring them in, to get our listeners and our viewers, to get them so pumped up, so excited that they're going to be like, I need to tell everybody about the podcast.
This message is specifically for those who are listening to the audio-only version of the podcast. We appreciate that. But we also, I mean, we shoot this in almost 4K.
Yes.
I think it's 3.5K.
Well,
No, we have a full studio here, a full set, multiple cameras. We have one of those cameras that is on like a crane that you can swoop in. I mean, we've invested in this thing. So go over to YouTube, youtube.com/Kim Commando. Subscribe to the channel, like, comment, share. We appreciate it. We're over 100,000 subscribers, so we're doing something right. And you'll get notifications if you hit that little bell, or when we go live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, when we drop new shorts, just go subscribe.
You're going to love that.
Absolutely.
And when we say drop shorts, not like we drop underwear.
Why?
Because somebody said that. They said that Andrew says like he drops his shorts.
But here's the thing. If I say it, I know what I mean, but it could mean anything to anyone else.
Ooh.
So if someone was looking for a YouTube channel where someone drops their shorts, actually drops their shorts.
Yes.
It's not like I was lying.
And I'm not dropping my shorts.
No.
But I do go commando.
Keep it PG.
Exactly. Speaking of PG, here's some things that are happening.
Hold on.
What?
Where's the iPad?
You know, here's the deal, is that I've been using the iPad.
Yeah, if you're just listening to the audio version, when Kim does the show, she's got the show laid out in front of her on her iPad.
Yes.
And she takes her notes and her cues all off of that.
Yes.
Today you show up and you've got a piece of paper that's got highlighter all over it.
Well, because I did the show the other day, old school, with paper again.
Okay.
And I really liked holding the paper.
Oh, Oh, so it was a comfort thing.
Yes, and I find it easier than having to like scroll up and down and the iPad turning itself off. And,
yeah, you'd have to every like 30 seconds you had to tap your iPad.
And then the other problem is that even though I have notifications set up and do not disturb, shut up, so set up, is that it never fails that as soon as I'm doing the show, no matter what show it is that I get a text from Barry.
He's just got that radar.
It does. It's like, and
she's busy. I gotta bother her.
And I could say like, I'm gonna go do this show in 10 minutes, and like in 20 minutes, I get a text. Okay, so I really like just being able to concentrate.
Okay.
And not get all the notifications of everything that's happening in my life.
And even if you don't want them, they are distracting if they happen in front of you.
Yeah,
I absolutely agree with that.
Yeah, and I mean, and it could be like, well, what are we doing for dinner tonight?
Right, but your mind wonders, what is that?
Yes.
And you want, even though you're working, you want to go and check it.
So I'm going back to paper.
All right.
And it's only 4 pieces of paper.
Yeah, it's not like you're ruining that many trees.
No, not exactly. But we were talking about dropping shorts. So there's a gal by the name of Zara Dar.
Zara Dar?
Zara Dar. Okay, she's an engineer. She has a PhD. She's smart.
Okay.
Okay. While she was going through college, she fired up an OnlyFans account.
Like an adult one?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and she made $1 million.
Good for her.
Okay. So now that she has her PhD, she's like, oh, what else can I be doing to make money? So now she's making videos about like neural networks and probability and statistics and integrals, and she's doing that full time.
Right.
And so she's posting her videos on YouTube. But what she has found is that if she posts these same videos about her talking about probability and statistics and integrals on OnlyFans or on Pornhub, she makes 3 times the amount of money than she does on YouTube. Here, take a look at her video.
Let me see.
There she is.
Hey, it's Zara, and in this video we're going to be talking about probability. Probability has all sorts of practical applications in a variety of fields, including machine learning.
Okay.
In machine learning, probability is
So would you
used to
rather
model
learn from her or Khan Academy? Okay.
Well, I mean, she's showing a lot of cleavage, and she has striking eyes. Like, that's the first thing I noticed was her eyes. So I get it. She's attractive. But I wonder why, if you're on the OnlyFans, you're going to stick with the science stuff instead of the sex stuff.
But on Pornhub.
Yeah.
I mean, people are on Pornhub watching her talk about probability and statistics.
Maybe just change it up a little bit.
Okay, it's like, ooh, yeah, baby,
I'm not going to finish until she says E equals MC squared.
Maybe that's an idea for us.
You should do that.
I should.
Yeah, go get a low-cut top and let's talk about TikTok being banned.
Here it is. Just pull it down just a little bit. I don't know. I mean, she said they're all PG videos that she's posting.
Well, it's working. It's working.
It is.
You know, guys, we're horny. It doesn't have to be full nudity.
It doesn't matter what we're talking about.
Yeah.
She's talking about probability. You're like, oh, yeah, I know. Let me tell you about my probability, baby.
Exactly.
There it is. All right, let's move on to Google. At the top of the Google search results, guess what's happening?
It's got to be due to the TikTok ban.
No,
It's not.
No, is that there's all kinds of fake ads that say like, oh, we need you to log into your Google account, and we're from Google and we're here to help. And so, if you get one of these,
Don't click on it.
Don't click. You don't want to do it.
You're gonna get scammed.
Elon Musk, his Starship prototype went boom after launch. Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't hear.
It didn't. It kind of fell apart.
It blew up?
Yeah, and it looks like a meteor shower, in case you want to see the video. And then 20 commercial aircrafts all around it had to be diverted.
Because it was that bad. The explosion was that bad.
Yeah, that is. The 233-foot first-stage booster actually made it back to the launch pad in one piece. And they're saying they're going to try again. But think about this. You know, American Airlines, they're always late for everything. But now they have an excuse. Sorry, we're late. Because, you know, it's
Spaceship blew up.
okay, it had nothing to do with us.
No,
nothing.
it wasn't the rain. A spaceship blew up.
And finally, this MrBeast, he built Beast City.
Yeah, are you watching?
No.
It's a great show.
Okay, tell me about it.
It's a
Because it reminds me like Squid Games.
It is Squid Games. It absolutely is. It's a total knockoff. But I don't think he's hiding that it's a knockoff. It starts with 1,000 people, and then it is psychological test after psychological test.
Give me an example.
So they broke them up into 3 groups.
Okay.
I think at this point there was like 500 people remaining. They broke them up into 3 groups, and then each one of these people had to pick a team captain to represent their team. So one person to represent 150 people.
Got it.
So they select them, they put them on top of a tower, and then behind them is a huge screen and a dollar amount. It started at $1 and it just kept growing and growing and growing. And MrBeast said that there is a ceiling. It will stop at some point. But at any point, if one of the 3 team captains hits the buzzer, they get the money.
They could just leave.
They're still in the game.
Oh, they're still in the game.
But the rest of their team is eliminated.
Oh.
So they had the power to eliminate 150 people. Not one of them took it, and it got up to $1 million.
Now, the pot is $5 million.
The grand prize is $5 million.
Yes.
He also gave away a $1.8 million island, which was like a separate competition.
Oh, I would love to win that.
So people had to decide, do you want to fight for the island? If you win the island, you're still in the game for the $5 million. But if you lose in the mini challenges for the island, you're out of the game. It's completely psychological warfare. And in the beginning, he broke them all down. People were breaking and cracking. But now they kind of have figured out he's just messing with them. And so they're just being nice, polite, and kind.
So how many weeks is the challenge going?
There's one more episode left. I believe it will be the 7th episode. But it's family show, absolutely family show, and we love it.
See, I obviously I didn't watch it, but the reason why I'm bringing it up is that it had 50 million viewers in the first 5 episodes.
It's so good. I'm telling you, it's quality television.
Really?
Yes. And it's a psychological experiment.
So do you have a team that you're voting for?
There's no team. It's now individual players.
Oh, is
it's
it?
down to 26 individual players.
Do you know who's going to win?
I don't.
Who do you think is going to win? Let's make a prediction right now.
I don't. Probably 296.
296. Tell me about 296.
She's a mom who lost everything years ago.
Oh, we want her to win.
And she's got a great story. She's truly a believer in God, which she holds to her heart, but doesn't push it on anyone else, which I think is very genuine. She actually won the island and survived and is still fighting. And she's drop dead gorgeous. So that's who I'm picking. 292. 292 is her number.
I like how you like throw in at the end, and she's drop dead gorgeous.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said to my kids, we were sitting there watching, and like under my breath, I went, man, she's attractive. And my son's like, Dad. I was like, well, she is.
And, I always like when, people are complaining about the working conditions with MrBeast.
Well, I mean, we had all those stories coming out about the show.
Yeah, and also how the shows, like, somebody would get on like, well, I don't like how he locked me in a room with 100 people.
Right.
Okay. Then you're like, okay, well, what's the title of the show?
Right.
I was locked in a room with 100 people.
And the one criticism that they made, and I hope this isn't a spoiler for anyone, but the one criticism that they made is that he told everyone it wasn't going to be based on physical challenge, that only the strong won't. And then the first couple of challenges were all physical. So people were complaining about that. But there's a point in the show where you get to choose. You get to choose whether you want to go fight with your brain power or go fight with your strength. And half the people are going to be eliminated in each one. So I don't know. I don't know if that criticism is fair.
And then, but wasn't there one like you could do chance with that? I thought I saw a preview.
Yes, the third option was chance. Just roll the dice.
Here, I have a little video that they posted online about it.
All right.
I hit a ticket to this helicopter somewhere random in this city. Good luck. If I were you, I would run fast. Your entire future depends on it. You all sacrifice your friends, turn down insane amounts of money, and have fought tooth and nail to be here. Don't let it be for nothing.
Did you see that episode?
Oh, yeah, I've seen them all. I'm up to date. They come out every Thursday. Wow. But we're already 5 in, so you could binge it if you wanted to. I highly recommend it. It's great TV. It is so well made. Your husband, Barry, would sit there and just go, oh my gosh, this is so well made.
All right, I'll look at it.
So well edited. It's really good.
Because we're like kind of in a slump.
A TV slump?
Yeah, like not really sure what to watch.
Oh, you're out of shows?
Yeah.
Because what's your favorite show that gets done and get finished?
Succession, Yellowstone.
Yellowstone, that's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah. and-
Succession season 2 should be coming out soon, right?
Oh, I hope so. I love Succession.
It's so smart.
So good. And then we tried to watch Billionaire. It wasn't really the same.
Billions?
Yeah, Billions.
Yeah, I tried as
Whatever.
well. I didn't finish it.
Millions,
That's how
billions.
much you liked it. You don't even remember the name of the show.
What the hell was that again? So now we're watching The King.
I haven't seen that one.
So that Timothy, what's his name?
Oliphant?
Is that his? No, Timothy Chalamet.
Oh, Chalamet?
Yes.
I didn't know Chalamet did a show.
No. It's a movie called The King.
Oh, okay.
It's about Henry IV.
Is it good?
Well, before Henry VIII, you know, so
Obviously.
You know, it's good, but every time I look at it, I see Ian. Ian looks so much like this guy, Tim.
Like Chalamet?
Yes, when you look at him, the two of them take side by side, they actually look like.
I don't know. Chalamet, see, Ian is a strapping young man. Chalamet seems fragile and feminine. I don't know. Did you watch him in Wonka?
No.
He wasn't bad in that. He's playing Bob Dylan too as well in that
Well,
new
that's
movie.
a big deal. Yeah. Do you like Bob Dylan?
I like one. Hurricane is my favorite Bob Dylan song.
Okay, we'll sing it.
Hurricane?
Yeah.
This is the story of the hurricane. It's the name the cops came to blame for something that he's never done.
Yeah.
He's a little better than that.
Okay. Yeah, that was really bad. You know, people make fun of me singing.
I'm not a great singer.
You're an awful singer.
That's a bit dramatic. You said like 4 weeks ago I was sitting here singing something. You actually have a good voice. You said that.
I was just trying to be nice.
I appreciate it.
You
It
know,
helped.
every once in a while, because you know, sometimes your ego's a little fragile.
Yeah, you boosted my
So
confidence.
I just have to go like, you know, I can't totally like bring him down. I got to give him a positive sandwich.
Thank you.
You know, like, hey, your voice isn't that bad.
I didn't have the lyrics in front of you. You sing a Bob Dylan song on the spot.
I don't know any Bob Dylan songs.
You don't know his Bob Dylan song?
No, I am not. I've never been a big Bob Dylan fan. Well, here, give me a song.
I don't even know anymore. That's the only one I know is Hurricane.
Here, look it up.
All right,
Let's
Bob
see.
Dylan songs. Let's see.
And then if you're, you know, if you're listening and if you're watching, you can be singing along with us because I'm going to try to give a good.
Blowing in the Wind?
How's it go?
I don't know.
This is my blowing in the wind. This is my song, blowing in the wind.
Mr. Tambourine Man was
Oh,
his?
Say,
Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. Like a
Hey.
Rolling Stone?
Like a rolling stone.
You don't know any Bob Dylan. Let's move on.
All
You're
right.
definitely not going to be doing TikTok videos of you singing Bob Dylan songs.
Well, that's why I need the Meta glasses. Because if I had the Meta glasses, I could have them on, and then I could say, you know, give me a Bob Dylan song. And then it would just give me the lyrics right in my ear.
You have them.
I haven't worn them yet, but I'm giving some away.
Oh, you are?
Yes, so you could enter to win at winfromkim.com, a $329 value. No purchase required, not at all. Well, you do have to get a few issues of my free newsletter, which over 600,000 people get every single day, and they love them, which, by the way, I did the math. You know how much our thumbs down rating is?
I'm going to say 2%.
It is.
Nice.
It's like 2.1%. And I actually want to like find those 2%. And I want to say, call them up and say, what the hell is your problem?
Focus on the 98. Don't worry about the 2.
So TikTok, what do you think is going to happen?
Well, we had a lot of news with TikTok, especially today. First of all, this morning, you know, if you're listening to this on Friday, that TikTok and the Supreme Court, they ruled it is constitutional for the U.S. government to ban TikTok. They had been fighting for the last 2 weeks in court, TikTok trying to save themselves.
Because of national security threats.
Absolutely.
And that it's, you know, TikTok's owned by ByteDance, and it's owned by communist China, although I don't remember the gentleman's name who said that it's not owned by communist China, it's owned by Red China.
Oh, is that worse or better?
I'm not sure.
I don't know either.
I don't know if that's the same thing. It sounds like the same thing to me.
Are you helping your cause or are you hurting your cause?
Or is there something called Blue China?
So then the Biden administration, a lot of people, especially, you know, people who rely financially on TikTok, were asking the president, Biden, he's only president for a couple more days, to do something before he left office. And they said...
And he said, I'm taking a nap.
He said, what's TikTok? He said that they're not going to do anything, including enforce the law. So if TikTok wants to stay, continue to function, you know, until what, noon Eastern on Monday for the inauguration, the Biden administration is not going to do anything. But the penalties are not for TikTok.
No.
This law does not punish TikTok at all. It punishes the app stores like Apple and Google Play.
And also Oracle.
Yes.
Because they're housing all the stuff.
$5,000 a user per day.
Which is a lot of money.
All of the money. I think it's all money. You just have to get all the money on the planet and bring it over to the U.S. government to pay the fine.
170 million people.
Correct.
At $5,000 a pop.
So TikTok, they're being proactive, and they said they are going to go dark if nothing changes between now and Sunday, and TikTok will shut down.
And then, meanwhile, everybody's on TikTok going, my life is over.
Pretty much.
My life is over. I don't know what I'm going to do.
But, you know, YouTube has shorts and Instagram has reels. Like,
It's the same thing.
But why isn't it? Well, though, why doesn't it have the finance? You'll ask a person that's on TikTok.
Because it's the algorithm. They like it.
They don't have the same financial benefit posting to those apps as they do TikTok. So you think it is just the algorithm, plain and simple?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that, you know, when you're on TikTok, you see stuff that is more akin to what you're looking for. And it doesn't take it long for it to figure out what you actually want to see.
So it finds your audience faster.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And then, you know, then you have a lot of people are saying, like, you see the TV ads and you've heard the radio ads, like, oh, TikTok changed my life.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I couldn't be here without TikTok.
I watch a lot of soccer on Peacock and Paramount Plus, and so those ads are cheaper. And so, yeah, those play all the time. The soap maker in the middle of nowhere who now has a full warehouse because of TikTok.
And how are we going to learn the latest dance moves?
I don't know. That no one dances on TikTok anymore. At least I don't see it.
I see I get like the dances on Instagram, so I assume that they must be on TikTok.
I just get someone trying to sell me something, followed by someone trying to sell me something, followed by someone trying to sell me something. And that's where TikTok
You must have
lost
bought
me.
something.
Now, what's the new app, the #1 social media
Note.
app? Red Note.
Which is all in Mandarin.
Right. And Duolingo has a 216% jump in people trying to learn Mandarin.
Okay, let me tell you something about Mandarin.
Yeah?
Okay, so
it's easy language. Pick it up in an hour?
So when Ian was going to school, and you know they have to learn a language starting in 6th grade.
Right.
And he came home and goes, "I'm learning Latin because everybody says it's the easiest." And I said, "Oh no, you're not. Anybody can learn Latin." Okay. Do you plan on being a doctor? And he said, "No." And I said, "Then you are gonna learn Mandarin." Mandarin. Okay. So he gets through 6th grade Mandarin, 7th grade Mandarin, 8th grade Mandarin, 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th. Okay. During the way, I think he was in 8th grade, and me being the ever so pleasant mother and trying to help, I went into his room and I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm doing my Mandarin homework." And I said, "So, here, let me see if I can quiz you."
And?
Looked at all the characters going, I guess this is not gonna work for me.
You were going to just out of nowhere,
I
out
just-
of the blue, help him with his Mandarin
I just
homework.
thought that'd be great.
So I went into his office, I want to say 4 weeks ago, and I was just chatting him up, seeing how I was doing, just making small talk. And we started talking about knowing Mandarin. And I was like, "Do you recall any of it?"
No.
Like, he's like, "Not a word."
No.
6 years of Mandarin. He couldn't give me one sentence.
No, couldn't do anything. He could write it, but he can't. So we went to Chinatown and obviously New York City. And I said, "Here, order in Mandarin." He was like, "I'm not gonna do that, Mom. I'm not gonna do it." So then he ordered in Mandarin, and the guy actually knew what he was saying.
Oh, that's good.
It was like Kung Pao chicken. Okay, so I was like,
Okay. Egg rolls, I guess, is pretty easy across all languages.
so TikTok, what do you think is gonna happen?
I think it's going to get banned.
I don't know if it will. I thought it might, but now because Trump wants to be on TikTok and Kevin O'Leary's out saying he has $20 billion cash.
Okay, there is one other move that can be made, but it would have to be done by the Biden administration, and it would have to be done today or tomorrow, and that's the one-time 90-day extension.
Yes.
But for that extension to be granted, if I read it correctly, they have to have a plan. Not have to have financing, they don't have to have money in the bank, but just a plan in place for ByteDance to be sold, and I don't think they want to sell it.
Of course they don't.
So then it's going to get banned.
It's not going to get banned.
All right.
I don't think so. I thought it might, but not me. I did some research.
We're in the 12th hour. And if Biden says he's going to do nothing about it, there's no one else to pull the trigger.
Well, but Trump wants to be on TikTok.
But that means it has to be banned and then unbanned, right? Because
Yes.
he won't have that power until
Monday.
after the ban is already passed.
Correct. Or unless maybe Biden, he decides to say, I'm going to give it another 24 hours.
I'm sure President Trump could say, "Hey, this is what I want to do. Could you do it for me?"
Yeah.
I'm sure that's possible. I'm sure that happens all the time when administrations change.
And you know, Sleepy Joe, he won't know what's going on anyway.
Sure.
Be like, oh, where am I? So sad. All right. You know, I always like to pass along a lot of tech tricks.
Okay.
Because these are like little things that will make a difference in your life. So like, for example, on the big show yesterday, I was talking to a woman, and what her job was to figure out survey results. And so she would have like thousands and thousands of survey results. And she called me, she's like, "There's gotta be like an AI way to do this." Because right now, in order for her to figure out the survey results, it comes in a big Excel spreadsheet. And then she has to say like, "Oh, positive, negative. Oh, they're using these words a lot." She's doing it all by hand.
So they all have to be read. These aren't just check a box. These are actually written out answers.
Correct.
Okay.
So I explained to her that what she could do is go into ChatGPT and then say, I need you to be whatever, a job. Let's explain what the job is. I need to be a good data analyst, and I want you to take a look at this entire CSV file and then explain to me trends, certain words, maybe even come up with an infographic of just the words that are being used the most, and then you can do stats and things like that. And see, and that's what's really amazing about AI, is that you can tell it what you want it to be. So if you wanted to be like a marketing expert, right? Or an advertising expert, or a copy expert. What's nice is that I can now say to ChatGPT, write about the TikTok ban as if you were Kim Commando. And it actually knows.
It knows you well enough.
Yes.
Could it do that from scratch? Like just if you had never used it before. So it couldn't go to kimcommando.com, find past articles, analyze them.
You know, I tried that.
Okay.
Is that I fed it like articles and scripts and all this other stuff. And it took me like 4 hours. And I was like, this is how I write. This is who I am. Figure it out. But now it actually knows. I think because it probably scraped everything off the internet.
Probably.
And that it's like, it's not 100% correct, but it's probably about 80% there.
Which is 80% less work that you have to do, and you can just go ahead and
go in there,
edit it, and make it more your voice. Now, let's go back to this woman that you called in.
Yes.
Did you think about at all that the results she was going to put into ChatGPT, about the company that's paying her to do that, you're now releasing all that information to the internet?
100% you are, and you don't know where it's going to go. You really don't. You don't know where it's going to happen.
But are you worried that someone could get in trouble by taking that advice?
If you have a workspace account and you're paying for it, they say that OpenAI says that they are not going to use your data to train its models or to release it elsewhere.
Bullpucky.
You don't believe them?
Poppycock.
You don't?
Hogwash.
No.
Yes.
You mean like tech companies are going to lie to us?
In about 3 minutes, we're going to talk about a story where someone a company actually did.
Where they say like, they change their policy midstream and they say, oh, we said that before.
Yeah, that was so 10 minutes ago.
It was. All right, here's another one. Okay, Control Z. What do you use Control Z for?
Control Z, I don't know. Is that undo?
Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
So you type something or you delete something and, oh, I didn't want to delete that. Control Z, it brings it right back.
Yeah, you can use Control Z for everything in your life. I mean, so like if you close a tab, Control Z opens it back up.
Okay.
So Control Z, it's like, I mean, it couldn't bring your wife back.
Okay. So, I would need Control Z plus a couple $100,000.
Exactly. So if you had that, then you'd be able to bring her back. Let's see. Oh, here's one that I think is really great. And I actually taught Barry this, is that, you know, I don't want to use the S word. S-I-R-I. Gotta be quiet. Okay, that one, or Alexa, or Google Assistant, because I don't want them to say like, you know, Alexa, play the Kim Commando show, because that's gonna happen.
That would trigger everybody's Alexa now.
And then we don't, that would be so mean to do anything like that.
Maybe even unethical.
Oh, yes. I don't know about that. But you know, if you're on your phone and you want to open Spotify or Instagram or something, you can just tell your assistant to do it. You don't have to like scroll through all the different apps and try to
But it's all got to be connected, right?
No, what do you mean?
How is my assistant, if I have a home speaker, going to have access to my phone?
No, I wasn't even talking about the home speaker.
Oh, just through the phone.
I'm just saying, like, you know, you could just talk to your phone.
Gotcha.
And say, I need you to open this. You don't need to, you know, scroll through all your stuff.
That's a nice little cheat.
Yeah, it is a nice little cheat. And if you're dictating something and you're like, oh, I shouldn't have said that, you can say, delete the last sentence, delete the last word. And then she can go ahead and fix all that for you up. So you can just keep going. You just keep talk. This one's really great, is that if you don't have a pen and you want to like remember something, you just take a picture of it, like with whatever you're going to write down. And then if there's text in the picture, you can now highlight all the text and then grab it out.
Yeah.
So a lot of people don't know that. These
That's
are little
cool.
things. Finally, one last one. There's, if you have an older laptop, and you're like, I don't know what the heck to do with this, but you want to give it to the kids. But you know, you don't want to like put in Windows again because it's like older and it's not going to run the newest version of Windows.
Right.
Is that Google has something called Chrome Flex, and it's a free OS, and you can put that on, and then the laptop's all good to go again.
So is it basically like a Chromebook?
Yeah, you can turn it into a Chromebook.
So it's got to be online all the time?
Yes.
The operating system?
So are you feeling empowered?
So smart.
So smart.
I am not going to Control Z this segment. I want to retain everything that was delivered.
Yes, you want to Control C.
Yes. Control copy?
Yes.
All right.
And
Why
so,
is Control paste V?
because Control P is print. So Control V was the closest thing out there.
There's nothing in paste that is connected to V.
You know, and Bill Gates says he never came up with Control Alt Delete.
Oh, he didn't?
No, he said that's a whole big like bunch of garbage. That's just like this big internet rumor.
I thought he did.
Yeah, Control Alt Delete.
Well, you might want to Control Alt Delete buying a new GM vehicle.
Why?
General Motors got in trouble, and they are banned for the next 5 years from collecting and selling customer data because they were collecting and selling it by misleading customers and not telling them that they were doing it.
GM.
Yes.
You know.
So it's a 5-year ban.
Okay.
But here's the thing. This is what was really interesting from the article, is they were not only collecting real-time locational data, but how fast do you think they were turning around and selling that data?
Oh boy. Well, the way you said it has to be very quickly. An hour?
Oh, Kim, that's adorable. Every 3 seconds.
Really?
Every 3 seconds. They were tracking where you were and selling that to people.
Every 3 seconds?
That's unbelievable. And this was through their...
Is it Starbucks?
Exactly. Still at Starbucks. Now I was in the bathroom at Starbucks. Must have had too much Starbucks. This was through their online OnStar program. Basically, the only reason they had the program was so they could connect you and steal all of your data. But they were doing it secretly. They were doing it where it wasn't clear in the terms and conditions, and they were selling it for big money, and now they can't for the next 5 years.
You know what? I will never buy a GM car.
But well, you can't for the next 5 years.
Okay, no, I would. See, here's the thing. There's something about me. I don't know if you know this. I think you do. That if somebody screws me over, I have real trouble, like, moving past it.
No.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah, it's like...
You?
Like, I draw that line in the sand, and it's like...
Can I tell a story about you? It might be embarrassing.
What?
So we had a guy who worked here. I won't say his name. It was Marley. And...
Oh, my God, I totally forgot about him.
And he was going to leave or quit or something, but he was stressed out. He was stressed out with all these things that were going on in his life. And he decided to tell you that he was leaving and that that day was going to be his last day. And so you were down the hall in one of the makeup rooms, and then we all knew he was going in there to quit. And then the next thing that happened is he zooms by, and he was upset. I don't know what happened, but he zooms by, and we're like, what the heck? And we look down, and you just pop your head out of the makeup room and go, you're dead to me.
Well, because we needed him to do the show. Okay? We needed him to do the show.
So I definitely can believe you draw a line.
Well, you don't quit before the show. He said he was going to quit, and he wasn't going to stay for the show. Okay. And I'm like, then what the hell are you doing?
Okay. I think you even had curlers in your hair. Like it was a scene of a movie.
You're dead to me. You're dead to me.
All right, so you draw a line with GM?
Yes, years ago. Okay, they came in and they bought a whole bunch of radio advertising.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of radio advertising. And like January, February, March, you know, normally like slower times. Mm-hmm. Okay. They bought, I don't know how much. I want to say like, I don't know, it was like $100,000. It was a lot of money. Okay. And plus with this, we were just like probably 5-10 years into the show. So at that time, that was a lot of money.
A big deal.
It was a big deal to us. And plus, and I was so excited to get GM.
Sure, a big name.
Right. Because, like, you know, if you get GM, then maybe you get, like...
And they start to, like, other national brands.
Yeah.
Now you got Mazda coming in and McDonald's.
Yeah, because you get in, like, with the big agencies.
Right.
Okay. So we play all these commercials, January, February, March for GM. And normally they're on, like, a 90-day pay process. 90 days. You give them 90 days. You say
To pay.
30 days to pay, but then it goes like to 60 days, then 90 days. But like by 120 days, normally you're going to get the check from the agency.
Okay.
Okay. And if it goes longer than that, you make a few phone calls and then you're going to get paid. Okay. Well, GM bought all this stuff. Okay. And then right after all the ads ran, I mean, literally like a nanosecond after all the ads ran, they filed bankruptcy.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
So they legally could get out of paying.
Yes, but they bought all these ads in knowing that they weren't going to be able to pay the bill, and they weren't going to.
Heartbreaking.
It was. I was so pissed.
Well, it's not like they're screwing over Comcast cable. I mean, it's you and Barry. That's it. That's what this company is.
Right, exactly. And so we were sitting there, and I was like, "Oh, you son of a bitch!" And so since then, well, I won't even go like into a GM parking lot. So I sat there and I'm like, "You're dead to me. You're dead to me." Poor Marley, he got over it.
He did. He was having a rough week.
Well, he never.
You made it rougher. You didn't make it easier.
He didn't come back he's never been back in the building.
He hasn't. So he's dead.
I don't care if people quit. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, if somebody has a better career move, then they should go for it.
Absolutely.
I don't think they're going to buy anything. But if you think you can, I think that you should.
I didn't know he was going to quit before the show. Because we literally were minutes before going live.
No, he quit.
Okay, so that makes it a little different.
He quit and said he was gone.
You get a little bit more grace.
Okay, that's it. Okay, he couldn't quit after the show?
Yeah.
Okay, he couldn't quit like the day
That's what
after
I did.
the show?
I quit after the show.
Exactly. See, that's why we're still friends. Okay? I mean, you weren't all dead to me. I mean, you were dead for a while.
Do not resuscitate, but not dead.
I mean, we moved the AED, but it's all good. Hey, on that happy note, welcome. Or no, on that happy note, I know
We're starting over.
we're doing it again. You know why? 'Cause I didn't like what he said. I did not like anything that he said. We're going to do the whole stupid thing over. No, we're not.
We'll see you.
Yes. Bye.